Hi everyone. You may know me from last summer or fall break or spring break, but my name is Miss Bree and I'm one of the summer coordinators. And part of what we're doing this summer is we're going to read series. So the series that I'm going to start reading today is the Junie B. Jones series. And today we're going to read for about 15 minutes Junie B. Jones' Captain Field Day. Chapter 1, Chatting. My name is Junie B. Jones. The B stands for Beatrice, except I don't like Beatrice. I just like B, and that's all. This morning, I woke up very excited, because today we were having kindergarten field day at my school. That's why. I couldn't stop shouting that happy news. Field day, today is field day, I shouted to my dog, named Tickle. Then I quick ran to my baby brother's room. He was sleeping in his crib. Field day! Today is field day! I shouted to baby Ollie. He woke up very fast. Then he started screaming his whole entire head off. Mother came running right in there. Junie B. Jones, for goodness sake, what has gotten into you this morning? I looked at that woman real curious. Field day, I said. Field day has gotten into me, Mother. How could you even forget this important occasion? I have been talking about it all week, remember? Field day is when room 9 goes against room 8, and we have different races and stuff. Ollie kept on screaming. Could you quiet him down, please? I asked Mother. He's taking the edge off my good mood. She picked him up and patted him. Thank goodness field day is finally here, she said. Maybe now we'll be able to talk about something else for a change. I danced all around that woman. We will, Mother. We will be able to talk about something else. After field day is over, we'll be able to talk about how room 9 creamed room 8. Ha! I jumped up and down. You're coming to watch me, right? And Daddy's coming too, right? Right? Because room 9 is going to win all the races probably, and we will need lots of clapping and cheering. Mother ruffled my hair. Don't worry, we'll be there, she said. I think Grandma and Grandpa Miller will come too. Hooray, I said. Hooray for the whole darned family. After that, I ran out of the room, and I called my bestest friend named Grace on the phone. And wait till you hear this. I didn't even have to look up her number in the phone book, because I finally got it memorized right in my head. Its name is 555-5555, and that was a hard number to remember, I tell you, because I kept forgetting the 5. I pressed the numbers very careful. Hello? Said a voice. I did a frown. Grace, what's wrong with your voice? How come you don't sound like yourself today? Do you have a froggy in your throat? All of a sudden, I did a gasp. Oh no, Grace. You didn't catch a cold, did you? You can't be sick today, Grace. Today is field day, and you are the fastest runner in kindergarten. Go tell your dad that you have to come to school, Grace. Go tell him right now. Go, go, go. Just then, the voice talked again. This is Grace's dad. I looked at the phone. Oh, I said. Hello, Mr. Grace. No wonder you don't sound right, 'cause you are not even Grace. That's why. And so where is she anyway? Pretty soon, that Grace said hello. Grace, it's me. It's Junie B. Jones. I am so glad to hear your voice. You're not sick, are you, Grace? You're still coming to field day, right? Grace giggled real loud. Of course I'm coming to field day. Silly, she said. I have to come to field day, remember? I'm the fastest runner in kindergarten. I did another frown. Okay, here's the thing, Grace. You're not actually supposed to brag about yourself like that. My Grandpa Miller said it's called tooting your own horn, and it is not even polite. That Grace did a huffy breath at me. I am not tooting my horn, Junie B. I am saying the truth. We have lots of slow runners in our class, you know. Like Lucille won't run fast because she doesn't like getting sweaty. And you're not exactly speedy yourself, Junie B. Jones. I sucked my cheeks in at that girl. Yeah, so? I said. So I'm going to have to give us a big lead, she said, 'cause I'm the only fast one we have. I made a grouchy face. You just tooted again, Grace, I said. Did not, she said. Did too, I said. Did not. Did too. Just then, my mother called me. Okie doke, I've got to go now, Grace. See you, friend, I said. See you, friend, she said. After that, we both hanged up, and I skipped to my breakfast very happy. because a nice conversation always starts the day off right. Chapter 2, Captain, C-A-P-T-A-I-N. That day at school, Room 9 was very excited. We kept laughing and jumping and giggling and shouting. Me and my bestest friends, Grace and Lucille, runned and skipped all over the room, because we had to warm up our muscles for field day. That's why. All of a sudden, my teacher hollered our names. Lucille, Junie B, Grace, please take your seats right now. We stopped real fast. My teacher's name is Mrs. She. She has another name too, but I just like Mrs., and that's all. Yes, but we need to keep on skipping, I said, because Grace said we have to warm up our muscles for field day. If you don't warm up your muscles, your legs will get clamps. Clamps, said Lucille. Cramps, said Grace. Mrs. smiled a little bit. You girls will have plenty of time to warm up outside, she said, but right now we have an important job to do. Right now, we're going to pick a captain for our field day team. Just then, everyone got excited all over again. A boy named Meanie Jim waved his hand in my teacher's face. Me, pick me, he hollered. I will make a great captain. No, pick me, teacher, shouted another boy named Polly Allen Puffer. I will be better than him. No, pick me. I'm the fastest runner in all of kindergarten, hollered that Grace. Mrs. sat down in her chair. She crossed her arms and waited for the yelling to stop. I hurried to her desk, speedy quick. Mrs., guess what? I did not shout just then. I said, did you hear me? Huh? Did you hear me not shouting? I was the only one in the whole room who didn't shout, I think. I pulled on her sleeve. Maybe you should reward me for that behavior, I said. Huh, Mrs.? What do you think? Maybe you should make me the captain of field day, because that would teach the other children a good lesson, probably. Mrs. stood up. She walked me back to my table, and she pointed her finger at me. Sit, she said. Stay, she said. After that, she went back to her desk, and she held up a little basket. Boys and girls, please listen carefully. In this basket, there are 16 folded slips of paper. 15 of the papers are blank, but one of the papers has the word captain printed on it. Whoever picks that one will be the captain of our field day team. After that, Mrs. carried the basket around the room. She stopped at every table, and she let all the children pick a paper. Keep your papers folded until everyone has chosen, said Mrs. We'll all open our papers together. My stomach felt nervous and jumpy inside, because I didn't want anyone else to pick the captain paper, of course. When Mrs. got to my table, my heart was pumping very much. She held up the basket for me to pick. I reached in real careful. Then I digged and digged all around in there. Mrs. tapped her foot. Please, Junie B., just pick one, okay? She said. Yeah, but I don't think my fingers have touched the right paper yet, I said. I'm waiting to get the right vibes. Vibes, said Mrs. It's short for vibrations. Whatever, I said. Then I digged and digged some more. For the love of Pete, said Mrs. Just pick one. After that, I quick picked a teensy paper from the basket. Then I waited at my seat very patient until all the rest of the children picked too. Mrs. smiled. Okay, everyone. When I count to 3, you can open your papers. 1, 2, 3. I opened mine. Then I did a gasp, 'cause I saw letters. That's why. Mrs., look, my paper has letters on it. It is the word captain, I think. I zoomed to the front of the room to show her. And guess what? She said I was right. I skipped around in a circle. Hooray, hooray, I am it, people. I am Captain Field Day. After that, I laughed and danced and clapped and clapped. Only what do you know? Nobody else clapped with me. Chapter 3, Capes and Lightning. Mrs. hurried over to me. She said to please stop dancing. Yeah, only I can't even control my feet that good because they are excited about being Captain Field Day, I said. I jumped up and down. I've always wanted to be the boss of these people, and now I'm the captain of everybody. Captain means the same thing as boss, right, Mrs.? Right? Just then, my whole mouth fell open because I thought of something very wonderful. Mrs. Hey, Mrs. Guess what else captain can be? It can be the name of a superhero, I think. I clapped my hands. Yes, I heard of that before. I heard of a superhero named Captain somebody or other, and so that makes this job even better, I said. I hugged myself real happy. Maybe I can even wear a whole entire superhero outfit, like a leotard and tights and a cape and a belt with lightning. Just then, Mrs. held her hand in the air. Whoa, she said. Then she took me into the hall, and she bent down next to me. Junie B., you are very mixed up about being a team captain. Team captains are not superheroes. They're not even close, in fact. I did a frown at that woman. Why? Why aren't they? I asked. Captains are the bosses, right? Mrs. shook her head. No, Junie B., not in this case they aren't. In this case, a team captain supports the team. A team captain keeps the team united. She looked at me. You know what united means, don't you? You've heard of that word before, right? I thought very hard, but I couldn't actually remember it. Mrs. explained it to me. Unite means to join people together, Junie B., she said. A team captain keeps her teammates working together in good spirits. Instead of bossing them around, she cheers them on. Do you think you can do that? I did a little frown, because this was not the job I expected. That's why. Finally, I shrugged my shoulders. I guess I can do it, I said kind of quiet, but I still wish I could have a cape. I looked at her real serious. I wish that really, 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 really bad, Mrs., I said. Mrs. stood up. Well, I suppose if we looked around the room, you could find a towel to pin on your shoulders. How would that be? She asked. My eyes got big and wide at her. Then I jumped way high in the air. Perfect! A towel will be perfect, Mrs., I said. 'Cause then I will look like the real, actual Captain Field Day. Plus also, I can dry my hands occasionally. After that, I runned straight to the sink in the back of room 9. And guess what? Mrs. found a towel in the cabinet, and it was a red one. She pinned it on my shoulders. I zoomed all around the room. Look at me, Mrs., look at me. I am fast as lightning in this thing. Finally, Mrs. grabbed my hand and she walked me over to the door. Boys and girls, it's time to get things started, she said. Let's all form a line behind our team captain. I spinned around and looked at them. That's me, people. I'm your captain. I am the one with the red cape. The cape will remind you that I am Captain Field Day. Just then, room 9 groaned and groaned. Only I don't really know why. After that, they lined up behind me, and all of us marched outside to the playground. Then we waited real excited for room 8 to come out, 'cause field day was ready to begin. That's the end of chapter 3, so we will start chapter 4 for the next video. Thank you. Have a good day.